Hi, I'm Michael Walker, Secondary Technology Integration Specialist, and welcome to the eLearning2 training video. Over the next 2 days, you're going to be learning about responsible use with your device, how you can use your device in the classroom, and we're also going to be showing you some resources and things to help make your learning experience as successful as possible. It's my pleasure to introduce Officer Aaron White, who's going to be leading you through some additional training on responsible use.
Thank you, Mike. My name is Aaron White. I'm School Resource Officer here at the Edina Public Schools. And some people may be wondering, why are the police here for a video about technology training? But we're going to start today by talking a little bit about appropriate use of your devices, some of the rules and expectations to kind of stay out of trouble with those devices, and also very importantly to make sure you keep your device safe and that you don't become the victim of theft.
Awesome, let's get started. In today's video, we will be discussing basic guidelines for using your device, responsible use, and safety. To begin, we'd first like you to discuss with your classmates the following question: how will using a device at school help or hurt your learning? For the next 3 minutes, you'll be able to have that discussion, and then the video will continue. During the course of today's presentation, there's 3 important things to remember. The first is you're always going to be using your device at teacher discretion. There may be times in certain classes where you might use your device every day. There are other classes where you're going to be using your device not quite as much, or definitely not when taking a test. And in other classes, you might actually be taking quizzes on your device. It's all at the teacher's discretion, and it's important for you to respect that. The second important concept is coming prepared. It's important that each day when you come to school, your device is fully charged and ready to go. It's also a good idea to have your device in a protective sleeve so that as you're walking down the hall, if it accidentally gets knocked, it's not going to shatter into a million pieces. So coming prepared is the second important thing to remember. The third important thing is to use your device responsibly. Well, what does responsible use really mean? Take a moment to discuss with your classmates what responsible use means to you. The video will resume in 3 minutes.
The first thing we want to talk about here today is protecting your device, keeping it safe. We don't have a huge problem with theft here in the school district, but unfortunately these small technology devices are worth a lot of money. They're easy to leave behind and they're easy for a thief to pick up and carry off. And with that in mind, it's important that you protect these devices, keeping them out of sight and out of mind of a potential thief. Once a device is stolen, here's the bad news. You're not likely to see it again. While we do catch thieves, and we do hold them responsible for the things they do, it's very common that we do not recover these items. So if you really like your device, the best thing you can do is to keep it safe. Make sure it's in your possession or it's locked securely in a locker. And by securely, I mean make sure it's shut, make sure that lock is secured, and you will have nothing to fear. But do understand, once it's gone, the odds of getting it back are pretty poor. The other thing I want to talk about with you is online conduct, things you're doing online and staying safe. Let's start with the staying safe. There's a lot of scams out there. There's a lot of bad guys and criminals that are using the internet and different sites and features and social networking to interact with folks to try to take their money or otherwise scam them. So buyer beware is the key there. Let's be smart. Don't do anything that looks too good to be true. If the screen is flashing, you've won a free iPad, let me be the first to tell you it's probably not true. If it seems too good to be true, probably the case. But the bigger issue we want to talk about is how you act online and how you treat each other, your friends, your peers, your classmates. We want to avoid the things that we talk a lot about here in school in the hallways, like harassment, bullying, and threats. When your life extends into the online world with social networking, computers, whatever that technology forum is, it's really an extension of the school building. And so we don't have any tolerance for harassment, bullying, threats, and that sort of thing. Think real hard. Is this something I want to send out? Is this something that's going to offend somebody, hurt their feelings? Another way of looking at it is, would I want my mom, dad, grandma, other family members, somebody at the church, whatever it is for you to see this? If the answer is no, then you probably shouldn't send it to another individual. You using a device for schoolwork represents an agreement between you and the school that you're going to use your device appropriately. And going to sites that are not appropriate for the school environment or sending messages that are inappropriate or of a sexual nature are certainly not an acceptable use. School rules, community standards, the law, these are all things that apply to your use of the device. And as you use a device and get out on the internet, much like I talked about the internet being an extension of the school, it's also an extension of you out into the community, even when you're in the school. And so not only do the school rules apply, but potentially the laws of Minnesota and community standards might apply. If what you're doing or saying would offend somebody in the community, that's certainly something that could come back and haunt us all here in the schools. So I want you to think real seriously that when you're online, you need to conduct yourself the same way you would in a classroom, at a sporting event, on a school bus, or anywhere else that you're considered part of the school community. I want to remind you that once you put something out on the internet, once you send an email, you post something on Facebook, Twitter, anywhere else, bottom line is whatever you send, once you send it, you can't take it back. It's gone. It's out there. And even if you were to change your mind and realize that something you posted or said wasn't appropriate, it's too late. You delete it a minute later, somebody may have seen it in that time. More importantly, they may have made a copy. They could have printed it out, saved it to their own computer. They may have redistributed it. So really think hard when you're about to send something or post something, put a picture out, record a video, whatever it may be, that final button you push to post it, upload it, transmit it, or enter it onto the internet, it's too late once that's happened. You can't take it back. So that'd be the final reminder I would say is just remember anything you put out there could be permanent, even if you change your mind later. Again, my name is Officer Aaron White. I do work in both of the middle schools, so if I can ever be of assistance, you can find me both at Valley View and Southview. Technology is a great thing. It's doing wonderful things in the schools. I just want to make sure everybody is safe, both using it and keeping their devices protected. Thanks for your time.
Thanks, Officer White. All right, everybody, let's review. When using your device, it needs to be at teacher discretion. If the teacher asks you to put it away, you need to do so right away. You need to come prepared. You need to use your device responsibly, following the acceptable use policies, the online code of ethics, and ultimately, you are the one responsible for your device and for yourself, keeping both the device and you safe. For our final discussion today, what were the most important things to remember from today's video? What resonated with you as students? Take some time to discuss that with your classmates now.